Hey guys, on today's ChevSpeaks episode, we're going to be talking about how much it's cost to own 2003 S55 AMG for the past 11,000 miles. So without further ado, let's put you down somewhere and get situated. Alright, hey guys, you join me in the driver's seat of my 2003 Mercedes-Benz S55 AMG. And here I have all the service records for this car. I've kept all of them since the day it was bought. So it's been almost 2 years. That's around a year and 9 months right now. So anyways, I have all my service records. I know I made a video like this probably a year or so ago, and that was only the car after 2,000 miles, and boy, has a lot changed for the better. So of course we're going to start out with my very first service that I did. The car needed new rear tires, and for those I possibly made the biggest mistake I have ever made in my life. And I went with the original equipment RE050 Potenzas by Bridgestone. Those cost me, just for the two rear tires, everything included, like the mounting, balancing, whatever, all that stuff, cost me $749.92. I don't think I've made a worse decision in my life. And needless to say, I look back at it with, you know, everything is 20/20 in hindsight, and I would have never done that before. I do not suggest those tires in the slightest. Those tires they grip well for the first 500 miles, but if you're not doing any sort of track driving and you don't have disposable income like that, then you shouldn't be buying those tires. Anyways, moving on. So whenever we bought the car, it had some issues with it. It wasn't anything crazy, but just some things need to be replaced. We replaced the brake booster, some transmission mounts, throttle body, we just cleaned it, new wiper blade set, and we needed a trunk close open assist pump in the hydraulic cylinder. All that stuff with parts and labor came to around $634.23. Again, very expensive, and this was kind of frightening in the first few months of owning this car. And I think this is around where my previous video ends, and I leave you with the figure that it costs around like $1.04 per mile to drive, which that's whew, that's a bit much. Anyways, moving on. For the year of 2018, this car actually was very, very good to me. I put around 5,000 miles on it in the first year of ownership, and I didn't really drive it too far. I drove it to some car shows around an hour away, but other than that, nothing crazy. And then this year, I moved away from home and I started at college. I didn't really drive it too much, but when I did drive it, I drove for really long distances. I drove it to the beach with my friends for spring break. That was a 10-hour drive. It was around 700 miles each way. I think in total I racked up about 1,600 miles on that trip, there, back, and driving around. In addition, I drove it to the mountains. We went skiing with some of my friends at one of our local ski resorts, so that was also really fun. Anyways, for the year of 2018, I only spent $90 on this car in service, and that was just one oil change. I was really happy with that, and I believe that these cars get a bad rap just because of the fact that the parts that whenever they do break are expensive, and the technicians that generally service these cars, especially at the dealers, love to charge an arm and a leg for just mundane stuff. But anyways, so I started hearing a little bit of a wobbling noise coming from coming from some bearing or whatever in my engine. I didn't really think much of it because, you know, it's a 17-year-old car, actually 16-year-old car, 16 about to be 17-year-old car. Things are gonna make noise on it. Anyway, so went in for my next oil change. Again, $90 oil change. But I talked to my mechanic about it. By the way, Atlanta Benz Club, Todd, amazing mechanic, does his work very well, super honest, fair prices. We're good friends with him because, you know, I'm in there quite a lot. Yeah, so actually my supercharger idler pulley was about to go out, and he warned me that it's good that I caught it early, because if that had gone out, that the resulting damage could have been around $2,000. So I was very happy for that. That part only cost $211. So anyways, we're down to $381.35 for that. On that same day, because I went to the Costco to get new tires, because this is around 11,000 miles later, and needless to say, those rear tires were bald, even though I wasn't even crazy with the car. The explanation that I got was that the ABC suspension levels it and puts weird load on it. I wasn't hooning it at all because I have to drive this car back, so I can't be reckless with it. And I know you guys are about to attack me for, oh, you have to be driving it like this. Well, don't worry, I have my fun with it. These tires actually cost me, again, we had to get new tires. This time I went with Bridgestone Potenza 980 AS. So these are all-season tires in the back. They're different in the front. In the front, I still have the RE050s. So that's interesting. In the back, they're gone. In the front, they're fine. Anyways, in the back, I have Potenza RE980 ASs. And so far, I've had them for maybe about 500 miles. They're good. They don't have any road noise. They're really comfortable. Again, this car is very well insulated. But those cost me another $400. And I also got those done at at Costco, and they're running a great deal on tires. If you've been keeping along, you know that I've said a lot of big numbers, and it's alright, I've tabulated them all right here for you. And you can tell that the total cost comes out to be $2,255.50 for 11,000 miles of ownership, which translates to around 20.5 cents per mile. I don't know how well you can see it. You can probably see it right there. Anyways, so what to make of these numbers? Obviously, it is more expensive to run a car like this. The gas you'll put in, the oil changes, the type of oil, the frequency of the oil changes, all that. I'm looking at a Honda Pilot right now, and sometimes I wish that this car costs as much as that one to run, because that one you just put in 87 octane and just don't worry about it. I guess that's the price you pay for having such a fun and enjoyable car with oodles and oodles of power. And I am kind of wary about some things in the car, like for instance my ABC suspension hasn't given out on me yet, because I really just don't want to have to dish out $1,500 per corner to get it fixed. If that happens, I'll probably end up switching to coils. Yeah, as of right now, everything's going really well. The car's been chugging along just fine. So there also were a couple more issues that people would take to a mechanic, and these are actually some pretty costly issues that if you were to take them to a mechanic, but I actually saved around $1,700. It was me, one of my friends, and his dad, who has a body shop and who's just a car wizard. We actually took apart the entire center part of the car to check a part that was on the inside, to check the transmission handle release. It wasn't letting me go into drive. Like, the car was parked. You have to take this, you actually have to take the gear knob off. And to get it into gear whenever that issue is occurring, you actually have to take a hammer and hit the gear lever. So that actually was pretty frightening. But we fixed it, and actually no part needed to be replaced. One of the wires that connects the release of the gear lever to the brake had just stopped connecting, so we just had to solder it back together. So yeah, that saved us a lot of money, because I've heard that in the Mercedes-Benz dealerships they charge around $1,700 for that, and that was maybe a 2-hour fix. It wasn't crazy difficult either. I just wanted somebody that was there who kind of knew a little bit more about like the workings of cars to check whether anything was totally wrong, because I didn't really know all too much what I was looking at. But other than that, everything's been really good. AMGs obviously do get a kind of a bad rap because they have been known to not be the most reliable cars. Obviously, it's not Japanese reliability. And I'm looking at a Honda Pilot right now. As I said, this Honda Pilot's been dead reliable, hasn't left the strand once. But still, very good cars. 125,000 miles later, everything's still going great, still feels brand new. The engine still feels really good. I'm just happy to be in it. Again, thank you guys so much for watching these videos. I know I've been away for a long time, but I'm looking at a nice big box over there that has some really good parts for this car, so coming video near you, this thing's about to change. It's about to be looking really good in my opinion. So anyways, thank you guys for watching these videos. If you liked it, like it. If you didn't like it, dislike it, tell me in the comments. Just be honest. Again, I'm still improving, so thank you guys for watching this video so much. I really appreciate it. You can follow me on Instagram at ChevSpeaks. Subscribe if you want, like if you want, dislike if you want, comment if you want. Be honest with me, still growing. Again, I hope to see you guys in the next video. See you guys later.